Good news for BECE candidates, parents and teachers, as the Ghana Education Service has made big announcement and development in education in Ghana. I'm talking of the second cycle. 3 SHS has also come into the conversation. So people, let's talk about that this morning. My name is Angela Delademkufo and this is the News Guide. Please like, share and subscribe and let's get into this story. Now, as I said earlier, the new administration, President Mohamed's led administration, has made major development and the education sector is not an exception. Now, the GES has announced that the school selection process for the BECE candidates has been extended to Wednesday, 25th June 2025. And what's their reason for this? They have added 25 private senior high schools to the school selection period. So unlike first when we were just limited to the public circle schools to choose for our senior high school, now we have private senior high schools in there. And the GES has piloted this with 25 private senior high school to test how best it will benefit students and the education service in Ghana. So let's look at some of those schools that have been included under the category E. So all those private schools are under category E of the school selection process. Now in the Volta region, we have Wallace Academy. When we go to the Western region, we have Golden Gate Senior High School. When we go to the Western North region, we have O2 Memorial Senior High School. In Greater Accra, we have Ideal College, Legon. We also have Action Senior High Technical School. We have City Business SHS. We have Delcom Senior High School and St. Andrews Senior High School. Coming to the Northern region, we have Business College International. And when we go to the Upper East region, we have Regentropen Senior High School. When we go to Upper West region, we have Ideal College also making the list. We also have Cambridge Senior High Technical School, Medina, that is also in Greater Accra. We have King David Community College, Bon Eastern region, Somanya Senior High Technical School, Somanya Eastern region, and a lot more. So if you are a student, you can go through this 25 private school list to see which one you would want to go to. I know a number of students that in the past years they have expressed interest in some private senior high school, but because of our selection process, you know, it was just limited to the public. They couldn't select those things. Now another announcement that the GES has made is that the free SHS is going to cover these private institutions as well. So they are not left to themselves. The students are not left to fend for themselves. The free SHS is going to cater for them as well. And this has had some people talking, you know, critics have been talking about this. And among one of those things that I want us to look at is a video when the NDC, while in opposition, was talking against the free SHS policy implemented by the New Patriotic Party. Let's look at a short video on that. When we come back, we'll talk a bit more.
Must not introduce free SHS on the whimsical promise of a desperate politician. Many mistakes have been made by countries in Africa already with free SHS.
The government has budgeted 2 billion cedis for free SHS for this academic year. If you have 2 billion more to spend on education, will you spend all of it on free SHS so that even when people can afford to pay, they don't have to pay?
Was rounding up, you did say that you don't think that Nane's proposal of free SHS education come next year and 10 years onwards is feasible. Why do you not think so?
Yeah, certainly it will not.
Why do you think so?
It will not be feasible because if you look at the cost of education in this country, in any country, it is very, very expensive, and majority of government's budgets goes into education. You understand? I mean, it would have been a very good thing. I think if it is possible, every government should champion.
And that is not possible for the levies to be taken out?
It is not possible to say that. I mean, when you are a border and you are going to school, all the feeding, all the accommodation, all the tuition fee and everything is free.
must not introduce free SHS on the whimsical promise of a desperate politician.
Yes, so that was NDC in opposition criticizing the free SHS and the NPP for implementing it. I mean, they said a whole lot of things, that it wasn't possible, it would hurt the economy, it would do a whole lot of things, and they weren't, in fact, supporting it. They were really against it. So why now? What have they seen now? What is different now? And to the extent that they are not just implementing it in the public senior high school alone, they are planning of extending it to the private sector. Does it mean that when you're in opposition, you are just there to criticize? Well, those are not my words. Let's continue reading what some people are saying on Twitter. Some critics. There is this page on X, Twitter, called Volta Oti Youth, and they are saying, Azan useless government, Akufo-Addo implemented a free SHS benefiting millions of kids. This is what you can do. At JD Mahama is now coming to buy time with 25 schools. Investigate and you will find out all these schools are for NDCs. How true is that? They are NDC schools. Anyway, but I'm a bit skeptical about this account, because this is saying voter stroke OT youth, and this is a stronghold of NDC. Why would such an account be criticizing a policy and an agenda of the NDC? Anyway, what do I know? Let's move on. Another account holder with the name Pierre is saying, Mahama told us free SHS was a stupid idea because there were more schools under tree. Fast forward, the NPP took the bold initiative and started the free SHS. Today, we have more schools under trees than in 2008, but Mahama says he wants to extend free SHS to private schools. That is also questionable. But I want to ask this person, which schools are still under trees? I don't know, but if you know any school under trees, please comment below. The GES really needs to know if there are any schools under trees, so that they can start building, because I know this NDC government is all about building infrastructures. In their previous administration, they were building a lot of infrastructures for senior high school. So if you, Pierre, you know any school under tree, please bring it to the attention of the government and let us see what we can do best to solve it, because it is not right. It's not befitting of Ghana, because Ghana is currently, having a status that we can't stain our status with this kind of thing. Let's go on. Another account, Ghana Remembers, also says that no more quote, allow those who can afford to pay their fees. No more. If you had 2 billion cedis, why would you invest it in free SHS? No more free SHS is draining the economy. And these are all questions that Ghana Remembers is throwing to the NDC government, quoting things that they've said. They said that we should allow those who have the money to pay. You don't have to implement free SHS by force that everyone is going to enjoy it. There are rich people in the country, and if they can pay their school fees, let them pay. And now we are extending it to private. And one thing you should know is that we've had this notion, if it's true or not, but we've had this notion that all those who go to private senior high schools have money. They are DBs. They go to the private schools. So if you're extending it, what are you trying to say? Anyways, he says that they also said that it was going to drain the economy with $2 billion, 2 billion cedis, sorry. It was going to drain the economy. Now we are extending it. It's no longer going to drain the economy. President Mahama, this is what Ghana Remembers is throwing to you. Please let us know your thoughts about all this in the comment section. Do you think that free SHS is really a good policy for Ghana? Do you think we are ready? Do you think this is the time that President Mahama should extend it to the private senior high schools? We need these answers in the comments below, and we all pray and hope that it goes on well, because when it goes on well, it benefits us as a country. This is the News God, people. My name is Angela Deladem Kufuor. Share your thoughts, your comments, and everything about this in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more.